Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Today's case is a perfect example of why getting blackout drunk and waking up in jail is never a good plan. The defendant is facing charges of simple battery, obstruction of an officer, and theft of services after a night of drinking went off the rails. She tells the judge she doesn't even remember the incident and only got drunk because she recently broke up with her boyfriend. Needless to say, the judge is not impressed and doesn't let her off that easily. Let's see how this courtroom exchange unfolds as the judge tackles her actions and excuses head on.
All right, are we ready? Who's this?
This is Miss Clark. She's ready to go forward on negotiated plea.
Raise your right hand for me, Miss Clark. Do you solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can put your hand down. Miss Jada Clark, you're before the court on State of Georgia versus Jada Clark, 2024 CR 07413 for simple battery count 1, simple battery count 2, obstruction of an officer count 3, obstruction of an officer count 4, theft of services count 5. What is your client plead to the offenses before the court?
Judge, she's going to be entering guilty pleas.
To all of the offenses?
Correct.
All right, by entering a plea of guilty to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, you give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to confront witnesses, subpoena witnesses, present testimony and evidence on your behalf, to not incriminate yourself or present any testimony or evidence against yourself. And Ms. Clark, if you're not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. You understand all of these things.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, factual basis and recommendation, please.
Yes, Your Honor. On or about August the 5th of 2024, based on the probable cause affidavit that was issued by Corporal Lane, Corporal Lane was dispatched to a fight at Sports Cafe located at 8501 Terra Boulevard, Clayton County, Georgia. Upon Corporal Lane's arrival, she spoke with the complainants, Mr. Song, Song, who is a store manager, as well as Miss Michelle Townsend, who is one of the bartenders. Upon his arrival, Mr. Song and Miss Townsend had the defendant restrained on the ground. According to Mr. Song, the defendant had crossed all points of sale and exited the establishment without paying for her tab. When confronted by Mr. Song, the defendant punched him in the nose. Ms. Townsend attempted to assist Mr. Song and was also struck by the defendant in the chest. When Corporal Lane and other Jonesboro officers attempted to take the defendant into custody, she resisted by snatching away and kicking the officers. The defendant was detained and arrested at that point. Your Honor, for count 1, the state's recommendation is 12 months to serve, 33 days, credit for time served, balance probated, to attend anger management, to have the substance alcohol evaluation and treatment, to have no drugs or alcohol, random drug screens, to attend 1 AA meeting a week, to have no contact with the victim. For count 2, 12 months probation, to run consecutive to count 1. We can do concurrent to count 1. Count 3, a fine of $300. Count 4, a fine of $300. And again, no contact with the victims in this case. For count 5, 12 months probation to run concurrent and to not return and to stay away from the incident location. Again, that location is 8501 Terra Boulevard, Jonesboro, Clayton County, Georgia. It is the Sports Cafe.
Mr. Rich?
Yes, Judge. Ms. Clark is 27 years old. You know, I've explained the recommendation from the state. We are going to ask the court to follow that. This was a situation by her own admission where she had had way too much alcohol to drink. And
Clark, you have children?
Ma'am, yes, I do. I have a 10-year-old. She'll be 11 next month.
Okay, and where was your 10-year-old while you were turning up?
Um, my daughter was in Tampa at the time.
Is she still in Tampa?
Yes, ma'am. She's currently finishing out her 5th grade year, and then she's going to come back up here for middle school.
Are you prepared to be a parent?
Absolutely. I just made a mistake and overdid it that night. I was going through a lot, broke up with my boyfriend, and I just overdid it. I do take full accountability.
Okay. Because you broke up with a boyfriend, but you got yourself in jail and a success. I mean, children are expensive. I got a middle schooler. I got somebody who's just in just 6th grade. So I know how much it costs. I know how much the clothes cost because they grow out of them every 5 minutes. So if this is how you deal with hard times and breakups, this is not going to bode well, ma'am.
No, ma'am. I just kind of overdid it. Just
I
being
mean, I
responsible.
get overdoing it. That's one thing, but overdoing it and wanting to beat everybody who talk to you, that's another thing. Wanting to walk out on your tab and not pay. You don't have any friends?
I was like blacked out drunk for real. Like I don't even remember nothing of that. Like I remember just waking up in jail and I was like, whoa, what happened? And then they told me.
You don't have no friends?
Here, yes, ma'am. I was actually with my friend that night. My friend said that he's the one who paid my tab.
Okay, because see, friends don't let friends do crazy stuff like that.
Right.
If you are having a hard time, you need to seek out your good friends, not the turn up friends, but the friends who are gonna be protective of you. The friends who are gonna say, "Girl, we're gonna be at your house turning up." The friends who are gonna say, "Girl, you've had enough. Come on with me. Let's go get in the car." You don't need the friends who gonna let you keep drinking until you stupid,
Yes, ma'am.
because anything could have happened to you. All right.
Yes, ma'am. I understand. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, you don't turn up like that, yeah, when you with people who can't protect you. If you can't protect yourself, you need to be with people you trust who might protect you.
And being
But
that,
anybody who sat with you and let you get that drunk to the point where you're ready to fight everybody and you wake up blackout drunk in the jail, those are not your friends.
yes, ma'am. Me and them don't even talk anymore because of it. So,
Okay, I just want to be clear because before your child comes back up here, you need to be on the right mindset. Now, this is a lot of money. Um, Everything is currently running concurrent. I can run it consecutive if you need more time, but I'm gonna tell you how it's gonna play out. So on the first one, it's 12 months to serve. I heard 33 days credit for time served. Is that correct?
Yes, Ron, that's correct.
Okay. Balance will be probated for you to take an anger management class, a substance abuse evaluation, and any treatment that they may offer. The class cost, the evaluation cost. If they are order treatment, each of those classes cost. You're to have probation supervision is like $52 or $53 a month. You're to have no alcohol or illicit drugs during the course of your probation. You're subject for random screens for alcohol and drugs. You'll take one AA class per week. Those are free. You're not to go back to sports cafe or have any contact with either of the two individuals mentioned. Count two is 12 months to run concurrent with count one. Count three is a $300 fine. That'll be $444 with the surcharges. That'll run concurrent with count one. Count four is another $300 fine, $444 with the surcharges. That also run concurrent with count one. And count five is 12 months probation to not go back to sports cafe or have contact with either of the two victims listed. And that will run concurrent with count one. So that's a lot to do in the 12 months.
yes, ma'am.
All right. So you're going to meet with probation. Once you meet with probation, the most important thing for you to remember is if you fail to report to probation as directed, That is the quickest way to get rearrested and come back before me. We clear?
Yes, ma'am. How long do they take for me to report to probation?
They'll give you all of that information when you meet with probation intake today. Ask Miss James about any questions that you might have that would help you successfully complete probation. The probation officers that we have are here to help you successfully complete. Okay, so if you're having any difficulties, please talk to them. Let me tell you, before your child comes back here for school next year, be done with all of this, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Please and thank you, because you don't need that influence on a middle school child.
Absolutely, I agree.
All right. And like I said, reevaluate your friendships.
Yes, ma'am.
You go back to the sheriff's office.
Thank you.
Well, she definitely didn't get the response she was hoping for. Her blackout excuse crashed and burned pretty quickly. The judge offered no sympathy and no sugarcoating. Just a reality check, making it crystal clear that no amount of alcohol or excuses would erase what happened that night. What do you think? Could the defendant have handled things any differently? Or was she just digging herself deeper? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more gripping courtroom moments. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.